Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, comment in the comment section, and subscribe. Share this with your friends and family in social media land. Today we are discussing Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore filling out that defensive side of the ball, honing in on his last couple of hires. One of them, Michigan is spinning the block for. We'll discuss that and a record-breaking number of invites to the combine for the Wolverines. And of course, no disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, man. And I'm gonna tell him why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. Hello to all you Maize men and women out there. I want to tell you about a great opportunity. I recently partnered with Mint Mobile and set up my own Mint Mobile account, and it made me think, why do I pay so much for cell phone service? What are you paying for really? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? Well, Mint Mobile offers all of these things for as low as $15 a month. I did not stutter. $15 a month. They have reimagined the wireless shopping experience, made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-use savings. Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Go to my link, trymintmobile.com/MaizeMadman, also linked in the description in this video, to get premium wireless for $15 a month. I made the switch myself. I know you can. I've been running this thing through all the paces, all the things that I would usually do on my much higher phone service, and Mint Mobile stands up to any of them. Again, use the code in my description, trymintmobile.com/MaizeMadman, and stay angry, my friend. Let's start it off with some exciting and record-breaking news. Michigan's 2024 NFL Scouting Combine invites have reached 18. By the way, that is a record. The former record was held by the 2019 LSU Tigers. Michigan exceeding that record by 2 with 18 invites. That includes, of course, quarterback J.J. McCarthy, running back Blake Corum, linebackers Michael Barrett and Junior Colson, of course, nickelback Mike Sammerstill, and a host of others. Just more proof to a healthy program. Michigan, the defending national champs, sending 18 players to the NFL Scouting Combine. That's not even, it could be more players drafted or picked up, of course, in free agency. Huge news for the Wolverines. Nobody can say Michigan doesn't send players to the NFL. In fact, Michigan also holds the record for most players to play in the Super Bowl. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Now let's get to Sherrone Moore and closing out this coaching staff. Apparently, Sherrone Moore, as I spoke about in my last video, has been hot on the trail of Tennessee linebacker coach Brian Jean-Marie. It looks like that is close to a done deal. Apparently, Sherrone Moore made him a significant financial offer, but Tennessee, doing their due diligence and their willingness to match what Michigan is doing, obviously they want to keep Brian Jean-Marie. They are expected to make a counter offer. However, Sherrone Moore, being the chess player that he is, already planned for this and has an even more significant counter offer ready to go. At least that is the rumor. which would be incredible, by the way. Brian Jean-Marie is an A-plus recruiter. Of course, he was at Michigan during the 2020 season, where Michigan was just not very good all around. And, of course, the linebackers didn't perform at the greatest that season. But that was his one and only season in Michigan. Apparently, he and head coach at the time, Jim Harbaugh, didn't exactly see eye to eye on things, and he was gone after one season. But he does have a strong relationship with Sharon Moore. Both guys crossed paths at Louisville, I believe, and it looks like they are about to reunite in Ann Arbor. I, for one, am pretty excited about this. I know he didn't have much success in 2020, but since he's been at Tennessee, that linebacker core has gotten increasingly better, and the talent has gotten increasingly better. So this is one that I would be excited for. In addition to Jean-Marie, Sharon Moore is also having to fill the defensive back coach position. That Steve Clinkscale left open. And according to sources, he has been in contact with Houston Texans safety coach Stephen Adegoke, as well as defensive coordinator for Louisville, the Raging Cajuns, Lamar Morgan. Sam Webb reported that both gentlemen interviewed with Sharon Moore, and now defensive coordinator Wink Martindale. Both guys knocked their interviews out of the park, and it really is coming down to a pick 'em for which one of those guys Michigan makes the offer to. Maybe they make an offer to both of them even, and they can have both of them in some capacity. I know I reported on my last video about Cory Parker, the defensive back coach for Toledo, and him possibly being in the running for this. It does look like that is less likely. However, there are some rumblings about him joining the staff in some capacity. And it's not because of his production or lack thereof. It's really about inexperience at this level. And, of course, he doesn't have a lot of that. He is the former head coach for River Rouge in Michigan, and he's been at Toledo now 2 or 3 years. So we'd just like him to get a little more experience under his belt. And joining the Michigan staff could help, just not as the defensive back coach. Be sure to comment down below what you guys think. Are you excited about Brian Jean-Marie possibly joining the staff? Which one of between Stephen Adegoke and Lamar Morgan would you prefer? Or do you think there's room for both? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Also, don't forget that Michigan has hired defensive line coach from Wisconsin, Greg Scruggs, who's already reached out to Michigan defensive linemen to tell them of his hiring. Hopefully he reaches out to the recruits too soon, which I'm sure he will. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. Moving on to a bit of recruiting news. Michigan target top 100 wide receiver Andrew Marsh spoke about his recruitment to the Wolverines, or with the Wolverines. He said, quote, "I like the hire." Speaking of Sharon Moore, I like how they kept it within the coaching staff. Coach Bellamy kept me posted on it and gave me some insight that it was going to be Coach Moore. I'm pleased with the change. Of course, any elite wide receiver wants to see that team that he chooses pass the football, of course. And Marsh spoke a little bit about that and what Michigan needs to do, or what he would like to see Michigan do going forward. He said, quote, "Like any wide receiver would say, I would like to see them throw the ball a little more, just airing it out a little more. That's all I really am looking for this season. It was good to see him at my school." Speaking of Ron Bellamy now visiting his high school, we have a really good relationship. We talk a good amount, probably weekly. He does a good job of staying on top of it. He's very personable. He's someone I can talk to about a lot of stuff. This would be a major get for Michigan if they're able to land Marsh. He is a 6'1", 175 pounder. Actually the number 4 wide receiver in the entire country and the 19th rated prospect in the entire country in 2025. Would be absolutely a massive get for Michigan, who hasn't really recruited at the top of the wide receiver board in a long time. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this one goes well for Michigan and they are able to land him. He did say that Michigan is near the top for him in recruiting. He didn't give a number because he didn't have a number, but he commented on Michigan's great culture and, of course, his relationship with Ron Bellamy. So I'll keep you posted as more information becomes available on Marsh. Finally, we'll talk a little bit about on 300 running back Bud Kums. He is out of DeMatha Catholic in Hyattsville, Maryland. 5'9", 175-pounder. 4-star according to On 3. Recently, E.J. Holland caught up with his coach, his head coach at DeMatha, who had high marks for him, spoke about how he compares to Blake Corum, who, of course, DeMatha head coach Bill McGregor coached when he was at St. Francis in Baltimore. He said Bud does all the extra things just like Blake Corum used to. Obviously, his size and stature is similar to Blake Corum, especially as a freshman when he came to Michigan. He also spoke a little bit about DeMatha's history with players going to Michigan. That includes Oluwatimi and most recently Josh Wallace. Oluwatimi, of course, now in the NFL. Josh Wallace should be an NFL draft pick in April. And, of course, their success while at Michigan, both of those guys transferred into Michigan but were very successful there. So DeMatha has that history with Michigan players. Would be an excellent get for Michigan to grab Bud Kums, who is also a very good baseball player, according to his head coach, and sees his biggest strengths as his breakaway speed and being a team player. So I'll keep you updated on Bud Kums as more information becomes available. Till next time, be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Also, check out the link in my description for Try Mint Mobile. Use my code, of course, Maize Madman. Get you an unlimited phone plan for just $15. You cannot beat it. And download the Autograph app and use my code Madman there. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. Oh, before I get out of here, I got to remind you, every Monday we have the Big Mad Week with myself and Lucas. On Tuesdays, I'll be over on week 0 doing the Maize Blue and Gold show. Also, every Sunday, you can catch me live on week 0 doing a new show there, Minute with the Madman. But all the updates will be dropped right here on the Maize Madman channel. And, of course, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. I just don't get that all that Mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real. And how the